This is the official post-event press conference for EFC 76, live from Times Square, Pretoria, South Africa.
That was an unbelievable night of fights. Congratulations to all these athletes. And thank you so much to Times Square for hosting us. This is one unbelievable venue. We got many performance bonuses. Asiyashu and Garimbo, what a fight. Stuart Austin, knocking out the Iron Jaw. I didn't think that was possible. Additional bonuses for Oosthuizen and Madiba, Kiara and Carolina, Dallas Jacoby, and the bantamweight fight is a fight of the night with Mourinho Kutundana and Martin de Beer.
First questions for Jared van der Aa. Firstly, congrats on getting the belt. And I think the question here is that do you feel that you're legitimately the champ? And what do you think about the champion that's waiting for you?
There's no champion waiting for me from... Can you guys hear me? All right. There's no champion that I know of really waiting for me. Dolce has his own goals. So I'm going to let him run around, do what he wants to do. He has his own goals. I have my own goals. So, you know, this one over here is saying that she wants a super fight with me. So I might take up that option. Yeah, I think she might, but it'd be an interesting fight. And then I know this young gentleman over here wants to get a piece of Pods, so I mean I might have to wait to play with him. But I'll say this: it's like if we fight, you guys be prepared to laugh. These interviews would get a lot worse.
Yes. The next question's for the new strawweight champion, Karolina Wojcik. Karolina, coming into the weigh-ins yesterday, your eyes actually weren't on your opponent, Garapenko. They were looking out into the crowd at Cheyenne Flismus. Is Cheyenne the first title defense that you'd like? Do you want to avenge that loss? Do you want to fight Cheyenne Flismus?
Of course. I can with everyone. Believe me. Believe me. I'm here. Thank you. I am really warrior. You call me today, I can fight tomorrow. No problem. Africa need fighter like that, believe me.
My question's for Andrew. Andrew, in our interview, you told me that it's getting a bit tough. Full-time job as a teacher as well. What are your thoughts? What's your plans for the future now? Are you calling it a day?
It's been really tough the last year. Just putting everything together, putting the amount of time in that's necessary to be successful at this level. But I decided whether I'd won or lost that I was going to call it a day. So. Thank you very much, everybody, particularly the EFC for putting vast amount of faith in me over the last couple of years. This support and everything wouldn't have happened without you guys, and I'm just very thankful for everything you've done for me.
Hey, Andrew, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss your face. Come back to see me. But congrats on retirement, man. I hope you the best. Much love.
Before the next question, Andrew, if I can just say on behalf of, I think, MMA fans from all over the world, thank you for a fantastic career and everything you did for South African MMA.
Again, thanks for everything, particularly the fans and EFC, but I've got a massive amount of training partners and sponsorship that has made this easier for me, and have been there for me in this in extremely sort of tough times. they've stuck with me. I know we're not here to label sponsors and those types of things, but the guys at PJMMA, Apex, those guys that put in the time with me, thank you very much.
Next question's for Conrad, the newly dubbed Mamelodi Zombie. Brother, obviously things didn't go your way today. Just talk us through how you're feeling. Obviously a very disappointing stoppage from the looks of it. Just talk us through how you felt that went down.
Thanks a lot for the question. It's very hard to swallow whatever did happen today. So, as a fighter inside that cage, I will say whatever I say. Before I can answer that question, how are you fans saying about this fight? Do you need a rematch? I'm not taking anything away from Bobby or Darolche. No, I'm not. But I was not out. I need a rematch for this fight. I was still standing. No, I'm not saying Bobby's a bad referee. No, he's a good referee. He's been here for long. You know what I mean? I don't want to disrespect Bobby, or maybe Darolche says, no, he didn't do whatever he has to do. So, but for me, I'm not satisfied, honestly speaking. I need a rematch on this fight.
Next question's for Kiara Penko. Kiara? Kiara? Hello. You're so popular here in South Africa. It was a close loss for you. It was a very close decision. What can we expect from you in 2019? We hope you come back and fight again soon.
It was a very hard fight, and I tell you that I'm not just a Barbie. If you see, if you saw, yeah. Maybe a rematch with Carolina for the belt, another, because it was an hard fight, and I lost for split decision also. If you want,
Of course.
yeah,
Always.
always.
All right. All right, my question is for Ruan Potts. Ruan, very, very tough fight out here. Jared Vandera put it on you, a lot of punishment. You took a lot of shots. It's incredible that you stood up the way that you did. And we talk about Andrew and how tough he is, but you really showed that you have a great chin. You got great durability. But I'm going to skip through this fight. I want you to give me your thoughts about Andrew Van Sel. I mean, you guys have gone to war over and over again, 4 titles. It's incredible. Just give me thoughts on his career and him calling it a day.
Oh yeah, it's an upsetting thing for any athlete to, eventually say that's the day, because, you've got that fight in you forever. It doesn't matter the day you retire or if you want to still always want to fight. But yeah, in all honesty, we've all got our goals, we've all got our things, We've had wars, 3 wars, we were the first one ever to go three times in a row, and it was good fights, we won, we went with 5 rounds, all out. And yeah, I'm going to be missing him. It's a love-hate relationship. And but yeah, I wish him well for his future endeavors. And who knows? Maybe he takes a few years off and maybe he comes back. Maybe not. But I can see him probably coming back in a few years' time. He's still young. Remember, I'm the old man here. He's still got a few years to catch up, so he can come back. And but I wish him well on his future endeavors. And he's a legend, really.
Next question is for the He-Man, Stuart Austin. Stuart, you're back in the win column. You've got a TK, you've got a KO tonight. Just your thoughts on your performance, your assessment, and as well as some words for Andrew.
It was a good performance. I've changed a lot since my last fight. I've not necessarily technically, but my kind of mental approach to fighting. Over the years, it's kind of become a job to me, and it's something I just do, and is synonymous with my life. But now it's kind of like I'm trying to have fun again. Just enjoy training. Just enjoy going to the gym and just beating up my friends and have them beat me up and learning. Like this camp was incredibly hard. I had a staph infection for 3 weeks. I wasn't training. 3 weeks ago, I wasn't even training for 3 weeks. All I could do was run on the treadmill and hit some pads. I just like with this time, it's been probably the worst camp I've ever had. But at the same time, I've been very kind of goal orientated. I decided what I wanted to do and how to go about it. I kind of reconnected with my old boxing coach, and I think the results speak for themselves. You know, like. And I've just worked really hard, like at really boring things. I've hit that treadmill a lot, and sweated on that treadmill a lot. And kind of obviously moving on to Andrew, like this was a worrying fight for me. He's such a tough guy. He's so tough. He's fought everywhere, and he's had I don't know how many fights he's had. And on top of that, he's a super cool guy. Like the very first time I came and fought in the EFC, I remember he saw me and came across and sort of welcomed me, you know, give me a big handshake and a hug and said, "Oh, it's really, really good. We're excited to have you over here." And he's, all things aside, he's just a nice guy. He's a really cool dude, and I wish him all the best. Obviously, like, you know, he's going to have a little bit more energy, so I worry for some of his students, you know. They've got a 260-pound man who's going to have a little bit more stress than usual. So hopefully that'll be all right. But big respect to Andrew again.
The next question's for Jose. Jose, obviously you heard what Conrad had to say. Would you take that rematch?
Ouvi ele falar sobre a revanche e eu sou funcionário do EFC. Se eles quiserem dar a revanche, estou pronto. Sou pai de família, preciso trabalhar. Estou aqui para trabalhar.
There you go.
The rematch, he would take on a rematch. He's a fan of the EFC. He's a fan of South Africa, and he's a father. He needs to work, and this will be part of his job.
Thank you, people. Thank you, people de South Africa. Congrats. Thank you.
Cairo, you heard obviously Stuart call out everyone in the ring. What are your thoughts strategizing going forward? I mean, we have the Dalsha situation. I mean, as the president, are you strategizing in terms of future?
And we got the easiest night tonight. Everyone was calling their own fights. We don't have to make any fights. All the fights have been made already. It was great. Graham can take like 6 months off. We're done.
All right. Question for Mark Kamba. Mark, you went in there against a legend in Dallas Jacoby. You didn't come out for the third round. What happened? I mean, were you just exhausted?
Thanks for the question. And thank you, EFC. Thanks to the team. Thanks for the opportunity. I actually took this fight in short notice, but I won't talk about the short notice. Actually, I came out there, I wanted to do my job, as I always promised. I wanted to knock him out, put him to sleep many times, but he had some good jaw, he woke up. I know I broke his teeth, he swallowed some. But next time, I'll have to do it. But the only thing happened was, I know I guess out, but it's not the guess out problem, but it was like, while we were fighting, his leg kicked my and I was like, for 15 seconds, I didn't want to tell the referee, like, stop the fight and be like, oh, referee, listen. Otherwise, it was like coming all the way, following, chasing me. And I was like, in the 15 seconds, I tried to run away. Then when I sat down on the break time, it's when I started pinching, and it was like a bit sore, under there. So I was like, okay, what must I do? Must I ask to the referee? Then the referee was like, no, you didn't tell me in that moment, so what you gonna do? So I couldn't even stand up, and I was like, okay, let me just cut it off. But, you know, we men, and it takes a man a heart to get in the cage and to do what we do and to come out, and you have to come back stronger. So I promise I'll come next year back, and you're gonna be happy. Thank you, guys.
This
Thank
next
you
question
all.
is for
Thank you.
Carolina. Carolina, I just want to find out, tonight, if you had fought Cheyenne the way you'd fought, do you think you would have beat her? And just your thoughts, because that's fight that's going to happen next year. Your thoughts on that, on the rematch again.
Of course, because I'm a really fighter. Of course. If I believe me, if somebody cut my hand, I keep fighting. Not pull out, never. Never, believe me. Thank you, people. Thank you.
The next question is for Stuart.
And big respect for Chara. Really, thank you.
Next question is for Stuart Austin. Stuart, obviously in your fight you said you wanted Potts regardless of what happened, but if the title was thrown your way, is that an opportunity you would take? So would you rather be looking to face Ruan Potts or the man sitting next to you with the title?
Sorry. I want to fight Ruan. That's why I called him out. I think we've had a little bit of back and forth before. I'm not gonna get into stuff tonight. Sorry, guys. You know, let's be a bit more respectful. Yeah, I think we'll be an exciting fight. We're both gonna come and try and hurt each other, you know, and that'll be fun. You know, like you're gonna want to watch it. Let's be honest. You're gonna switch it on. We'll go out there. We'll rumble. He's a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. Nobody's afraid of getting hit in the face. And then someone will fall over. And I think, you know, then after that, I'd like to fight Van der Aert. At the moment, I'm only on a 1-fight win streak. Again, like I've kind of reassessed what I want to do in the sport, and I would like to fight everyone over here and beat everyone over here one at a time. And I think he's a good fight for me now. I think it moves me forward, and it gives me. It's motivating. It's always fun to fight someone you have a little bit of animosity with. That kind of adds a little bit of fun to it. I know he won't probably enjoy it as much as I will, but it's good for me. But I still you know, all stuff aside, I wouldn't call out someone I don't like respect as a fighter. I'm not looking for easy fights. I'm looking for tough fights. Ruan's a tough guy. Like we saw tonight, you know, he's coming to fight, he's coming to bring it, and I think that's an exciting fight for everyone to watch. And then after that, then we can speak about Jared.
Ruan, we have to ask you your feelings on that. Obviously, you were called out in that fight. How do you feel about that fight with yourself and Stuart Austin?
We fighters. Where's the mic? Sorry, guys. Hello, yeah. Yeah, we fighters. You know, at the end of the day, it's up to EFC, up to Kyra, up to Graham. But yeah, I'm eager for any fight. You know what I mean? It's he wants to call me out, go for it. Yeah, I'm eager. And but the main thing is let's do it sooner than later. Yeah, if there's availability in March, I'm up for that fight.
March sounds good for me. March sounds good.
2018 was pretty awesome. What do we have to look forward to in 2019?
2018 was a bumper year for us. Finished off with this fantastic fight card. But 2019 is really going to take EFC to the next level. We've got a whole bunch of announcements coming out about our TV broadcasters that everyone's going to love. We've got 3 events here at Times Square next year, starting off on the 16th of March with Martin van Staden and Joe Cummins. So we'll see you then. Thank you, guys.